The roads in Michigan are putting holes in our tires and our finances. A new report estimates how much our poor roads and bridges are costing us. Fox News' Hillary Golson is trying to smooth out the details for us. She joins us now live from the Fox 2 Weather Beast in Detroit with more. And Hillary, have you hit any potholes this trip so far today?
You know, we've been very fortunate in that we have not hit any potholes, which I think bodes well for how things are working here in Michigan. We have come a long way. That's the truth. You can't diminish that reality. But the truth is also that we have a long ways to go. We are talking about $17 billion estimated every year that we're losing as a result of the condition of our roads. That breaks down to roughly $3,000 per motorist. Now, here's the other bad news. The report says roughly 42% of major roads in Detroit are in poor condition and another 19% are mediocre. Joining me now is Brian Travis, who's a construction engineer with MDOT. Thank you so much for being with us, Brian.
Hi.
So you are with us on the roads. I mean, yes. it can't get any clearer that this is an issue. What is going on?
Well, it's been a problem for years. We have the gas tax, but our population has been stagnant. Vehicles get better gas mileage. People are driving EVs. So the money is not there. Costs go up over time, inflation, but the gas tax, the revenue that we're getting doesn't go up. So as you see, the roads just continue to deteriorate. And if it keeps up at this rate, give it 10 years, it's going to be at a point where it's unsustainable.
Unsustainable is quite right. And we're not just talking about the highways. We're on M10 now heading south. The Lodge. It's also our bridges and the infrastructure there. What are the biggest challenges facing you, especially as a construction engineer?
Yeah, I think just getting all the work done on a project that we know that we need to get done. We might inconvenience you for 2 years on the roadway, but we can't fix everything that we know we need to fix. So maybe we do the roadway pavement, but we still know there's 20 bridges above us that need work that we just don't have the funding for.
How frustrating is that?
It's very frustrating. Because it affects us all. Then we're back here another 5 years later, doing the same lane closures, detouring traffic, and the public just doesn't want to see that.
Now, part of the reason I wanted to bring you out here is so we can actually talk about the condition of the roads as we're driving. I mean, this is the real deal. $3.9 billion, according to this trip report, is what they say we need to fill in the gap. The lawmakers right now in Lansing are obviously haggling over how much money this should be. In your estimation, how much should we be spending?
I think we need all of that money. Some people may think that's an exaggeration. It is not. I've been around for 18 years. It's always the same old story. We're cutting pieces out of projects. We're not doing the proper fixes on our roads, and our roads fall apart. Our bridges are falling apart. It is not sustainable. We need the money now. Projects take years to design, so we need to go.
We need the money now. I love that Brian summarized it that way. We're going to keep on driving down here and taking a look. As I said, we've had a good experience here in the Lodge, certainly a thoroughfare that we frequent all the time. But it gives us a real sense, Roop, of what's going on and what the numbers practically mean. Back to you.
Yeah, you talk about proper fixes. I think that's such an interesting and a striking way to pose it because that's important. There are fixes that have been done, but he's saying, Brian behind you there is saying, hey, we got to have the proper fixes, which means using the right stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm sure it's obviously construction materials and having the appropriate amount of time and the budget. I mean, you heard Mr. Travis talk about this. If you don't have the right amount of money, how can you expect a project to be done properly? I think that's a reasonable thing that any person who is balancing their own budget at home can come to the conclusion about. Now, as lawmakers figure out how much they can set aside and what kind of structure, tax structure especially, to fund it, that's really going to determine outcomes for all of us here on the roads, and whether we see patchwork or whether we see permanent solutions like the entire remodeling, say, of 696. Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Back to you, Rube.
Smoother roads ahead, we hope. Hillary Golson with a unique live shot inside the Weather Beast. Thank you for that. Livonia Police